Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're heading over to Pompeii with the Inghams, and I've got to say this is one of the most interesting vlogs I've watched in a long time for them. Usually it's boring as fuck, but I got a lot out of it because personally speaking, it's somewhere that I'd actually like to visit. I'd love to go and I probably never will. So thank you so much to Chris and Sarah. The full title of this, because it was a mouthful, Chris, he's titled it Exploring an Ancient Town Destroyed, Lost and Buried for 2,000 Years by a Volcano Eruption, HERCULANEUM. I got to ask though, Chris, what the hell is a volcano eruption? I think the word you're looking for there is a volcanic eruption. Just a side note, you might want to change that. I don't know if that was an intentional fuck up. Anyway, right, so let's go and have a look at that. But before we do, can I draw your attention to today's sponsor? Thank you so much. For the month of October only, we have the Halloween merch line over at the merch store. The cutest raccoon ghost on the internet. If you want yours today in a line of hoodies, t-shirts, notepads, all sorts of things, go over to the merch store today. Link in the description box below. Without further ado, let's get back onto the video. Thank you.
Good morning, iFam. Welcome to today's vlog. Oh my gosh, I don't think I've been more excited for a day out than what I am today.
Just to clarify, guys, because I know earlier in the video I said that they were off to Pompeii. They're not exactly going to Pompeii. They're going to HERCULANEUM, which is near Pompeii. So, you know, don't come at me for my errors, right?
We are in Naples, here in Italy, and today we're going to somewhere that I've been looking forward to this whole trip, and that place is HERCULANEUM. I have been fascinated by HERCULANEUM and Pompeii for a long time. I love reading all about it. I love like the things that they found there. I just love everything. I just find it fascinating.
You've been waiting for it, you've been looking forward to it for a very, very long time, but it's almost as if, Sarah, that you've never talked about it before in your life. You know, it's almost as if that. I know you could be a massive fan of it off screen. You know, we only see 20 minutes of your day, etc, etc, etc. But, you know, I just haven't heard you talk about, you know, it's something fascinating, it's something interesting, but Sarah Ingham doesn't usually do interesting, you know. Sarah Ingham does loud, she does screechy, she does whiny, she does annoying, she does pimping out kids, she exploits kids and things like that. Interesting is not one of the things I associate with Sarah Ingham, so I'm not so sure that you've been looking, maybe you've been looking forward to it since you heard about it at the start of this trip. Maybe that's what you mean.
That it still exists. I think it was, when did the eruption happen? I think it was like 79 AD. I need to fact check that. But if you don't know what HERCULANEUM is, it's basically an ancient Roman town here in Naples that was completely buried under ash from the eruption of the volcano, I always say this wrong, Mount Vesuvius. I always say Versacis, I don't know why.
I do. It's because you're a moron. That's correct, am I? Am I correct? I mean, Sarah Ingham, not the most intelligent person in the world. I'm not saying that she should know how to pronounce all these words and things that are not technically English, but, you know, they are quite famous. But in general, Sarah Ingham is a little bit on the thick side. I was discussing this with somebody the other day, in actual fact, and they were asking me, do you think Sarah is thick? And I said, yes, I think she is thick. She knows she's thick, but she doesn't know just how thick she actually is. That is the key. That's the funny part, actually. She doesn't realise just how thick she is. It's funny.
Mount Vesuvius.
Also, just on that point about Sarah being thick, Chris, grow a fucking backbone, right? If somebody, right, if somebody came along and said to my wife, oh, so-and-so is thick as fuck, right? I'd go mental. I would go actually mental. I would not be happy, right? Stick up for your wife. Stick up for her. And, you know, try and take me down. Actually, don't take me down. We've been through this before, right? But you wouldn't be happy if somebody was having a go at your partner, would you? Stick up for her. Stick up for her, and you know, defend her, and you know, be a husband to her. You know, be a man.
So it erupted, and
when did it last erupt? Actually, was it then, or was it?
Isla's telling me facts now from her door. When did it last erupt, Tyler? 1944, I think I read.
Yeah, something like that.
I think it was 1944.
I know when it last erupted.
I was right, I've just had a quick look. It was 79 AD, the eruption that completely caused devastation across Naples.
1944.
Yeah, I thought it was 1944. I swear I just said 1944.
Yeah, you did.
So the last eruption was 1944. Also,
it's
ignore my
still-
consolids.
It's still active.
Yeah, it's still an active volcano. It's fascinating. We got such an incredible view of it yesterday. I don't know. So, yeah, it's erupted around 36 times, but it's like the most incredible, towering, domineering mountain volcano you've ever seen. Why is my eye flickering again? I swear my right eye keeps getting a twitch in it. It's so annoying. It's been happening for like the last 3 days and I don't know why. Anyway, today we're going to explore HERCULANEUM. And HERCULANEUM is a very short, well, we're parked right at the train station. In fact, the train's literally going past our van. And we get on the train, and then I think we're on the train for about half an hour. We get off the train and it's about a minute walk, so really easy to get to from the campsite that we're at now. And then tomorrow we're going to Pompeii, which is opposite our campsite, so it's literally just opposite. Really easy and simple to get to. Chris was like, do we have to do both? Like, you know, do you feel like it's worth doing both? I personally feel like it is worth doing both.
I'm sorry, what? Chris doesn't think it's worth doing both, right? Isn't the entire point of your van trip to have these educational experiences, to show the kids education, to have them learn about things and teach them about things, and you know, go to historical places so that they learn about things, so that they get an education? That is all part of the homeschooling curriculum which you're doing, right? And Chris says, oh, well, you know, we've been to one of them. Why do the kids need to see the other one, you know? That there tells you everything you need to know about Chris, right? And about his reasons for travelling. It's not to give the kids an education. It's not to allow them to see the world and allow them to you know, because if you're at school, they would be learning about this, right? They would be learning about Pompeii and everything, and it makes sense to do that whilst you're homeschooling, whilst you got the opportunity, if you are traveling the world, and go and take that opportunity. But Chris, no, it's just a side note to him. It's just a side tracking thing, right? He'd rather get back on the beach, I'm sure.
Because they both suffered in different ways, and they're very different from what I've heard. They're very different places to explore, and just because we're here and it's somewhere that I've been fascinated with for such a long time, I don't see the point in only doing one. Like, we're here, why would we not just do the other one as well?
Absolutely. Especially since you've just said that Pompeii is literally next to the campsite. Like, why wouldn't you do that one?
So we haven't pre-booked tickets. I'm hoping we'll be able to just buy them on the door. It says you can. You can actually climb Mount Vesuvius as well. Vesuvius. You can actually climb Mount Vesuvius as well, but I don't know if we're going to do that today because I'm not taking the pram because it's very cobbled. Obviously it's an ancient Roman town that's not been fully restored, so it's all cobbled and things, so we're not taking the pram.
When you say it's not been fully restored, so there are ancient Roman cobbled ground, right? Do you think that in the past that they had like smooth, flat, and they need to restore it to that because it is restored if it's cobbled, right?
It's going to carry Aurora in the sling, and I'm not too sure I'm up for a hike up a volcano, but we'll see. Maybe we will do it, maybe we won't. It'll be so cool to do though. Anyway, we're about to set off, so let's go.
Allontanarsi dalla linea gialla. Attention, fast train to Naples arriving on platform 2.
So it turns out it's not one train. I don't know if there's like routes are different between depending on what time of day you come, but we always come out like later in the afternoon because I don't like to. It's either like early in the morning the best time to come out with younger children with the heat like it is, or a little bit later in the day, and we always prefer a little bit later in the day because we're always busy on a morning with like homeschooling and things. So it's about 2 o'clock now, and the train wasn't saying the same as it said last night. It's not a big deal, it's 2 trains. So 2 trains basically, and the first one's only 2 stops, the second one is what, so half an hour?
8 stops, yeah.
8 stops, probably about 20 to 30 minutes, something like that. But I actually can see the volcano mountain there. Volcano.
What's its name?
Okay, that's why I didn't say it. Don't you tell me.
Wow, look how close it is.
Vesuvius.
Yeah. Can you imagine if it erupted? Like, if you were here right now, it's so close to us.
It's really close.
Yeah, imagine if it erupted, Chris. What would you do? First thing that you do? Get out your camera, is it, and film it? Would you tell your kids, kids, just stay at the side of the road, okay? Don't touch the lava. Don't touch it, okay? It's hot. It'll hurt your feet. Don't touch it, okay? Just stand there and just let it flow past you. It'll be fine. Let's take the drone up and have a look at it, shall we? Chris, you'd be dead before you even got the camera out, right?
Did bring the pram, I was trying to get out now, which I am really glad about because it means that she's been able to go in the pram for like the whole train journey rather than sit on me because it's so hot when you're trying to baby wear, especially when you're in a hot country. But if the pram's not suitable, then we can obviously just leave it like wherever we buy the tickets from. Hopefully, yeah. I guess it'll be leave at your own risk, and we'll just be doing that if we can't push it. But I am literally so excited. So for anybody that's unsure on what Herculaneum is, which is nothing to be ashamed of, you only know what we get taught, and if we've not been taught this, then maybe you don't know what it is.
True, Sarah, true. But most of us go to school, and at school, that's part of the curriculum. You do get taught it. So, unless you are at the Ingham Educational School, the Ingham School of Excellence, then maybe you don't get taught it over there. Maybe this is the opportunity that you have to teach and also pass on your knowledge. You're going to pass on your knowledge to us, so I appreciate it at the very least.
But I'm just going to read a couple of facts that I found really interesting when I was looking up on this place and like refreshing my memory and everything. So Herculaneum is famous as one of the very few ancient cities to be preserved almost intact, which is just crazy. Because the ash that blanketed the town protected the town from looting and obviously like the weather, and it was just completely protected by this massive thick layer of ash. So although Herculaneum is less known today than Pompeii, Herculaneum was actually the first ever discovered Vesuvian city. It was discovered quite a long time before Pompeii was. Let me get the dates up for you. So Herculaneum actually was discovered in 1709 and Pompeii was not identified until 1763. So it's quite a lot of time between the two discoveries when locals were doing some drilling of a well close by. Sadly though, but I guess not too not too unsurprisingly, during the uncovering of the site over the next few years, treasure seekers excavated tunnels and took artifacts and things from the site. Regular excavations commenced in 1738 and have continued irregularly ever since. However, only a fraction, I thought this was so cool, only a fraction, just a small fraction of the city, of the ancient site, sorry, has been excavated. And now the focus has shifted from preserving what's already been excavated rather than trying to excavate more of the city to protect it, I guess. So instead of excavating more of it, they're just trying to keep preserved the part that's already been excavated. But I think it's so fascinating that there's like this whole city like under us that we can't even see, that's never seen light of day since Roman times.
Okay, quick disclaimer here. I know I'm supposed to be snarking on Sarah right now, but I can't because I'm actually sat here listening to Sarah's facts. Listening to what she's saying. I've never listened to Sarah before about anything, but this topic actually interests me, and she's never talked about anything ever that's interested me. So yeah, I'm actually just sat in sort of like listening mode. Sorry, it's a weird phenomenon, I've got to say.
Like, so cool.
Hi guys, me and Isla are doing what is in our purse. Mine are blue lips. I just need a slushy, so they're a bit blue. But yeah, this is what's in our purses for the day. Go Isla. Okay, so first, this is my little purse. My little bag. Cute. Where's it from? Shein. First I have these chewing gums. Yes. You're my little chewing gums. Hand sanitizer.
Oh yeah, Coco is quiet.
What?
Keycard.
Yeah, Kiko.
What shade is that?
10.
Cute.
My AirPods.
Right. Mini so AirPods.
Yeah. A little bow. Cutie. And a wagon wheel.
Big back.
It's got to be melted, Isla.
And a backbone. It's also my purse. I like some Coach.
Right, it's from Coach. It's from Shein.
I got this corset that one of our iPhone gave me. I got my phone.
Yeah, this is a random what's in your purse segment of the vlog, right? But whilst we're on it, I wanted to touch on a subject, but because I don't want to do an actual video on it, right? Because I don't want to like draw too much attention to it, but I also want to understand, Chris, what the fuck is the matter with you, right? Because if anybody has seen Esme's recent vlog, I know I'm drawing attention to it now, aren't I? You know, but hopefully by the time I've put this video out, they'll have taken it down, or YouTube will have removed it. Surely will. Esme's recent vlog. Why, Chris? Why is all I want to ask. Why? All right. I'm not actually going to say anything more than that because I don't want to talk about it, actually. But, Chris, if you know, you know, and anybody that's watched the vlog will know what I'm talking about, right? It is horrible. It's upsetting. Your child doesn't deserve that. Like, when you're talking, I'm talking about this and half of you probably don't know, but this is the problem with putting your kids on the internet, because that clip of Isla is now on the internet forever, right? It's there forever. Your child is put in that position now forever. You can't take it back, and she's going to have to live with that forever, right? And that's the problem with filming your kids.
A hairbrush. Oh wow. Do I hair it? Isn't that Isabel's? Yeah. I've got my Kiko shade 17. Lovely. Kiko lip liner in 504. Lovely. I've got my surprised I actually got it. Oh wow.
Right, we got one sleepy girl on a train ride that actually took a grand total of 10 minutes.
It was a very quick one.
I thought we're on there half an hour.
Yeah, it was super quick.
Don't know why I thought that. Anyway, we've now got a 7-minute walk and then we'll be there.
Guys, obviously if you look around you, you can see built up city everywhere, right? But back in the day when this place was an active town where people used to live, obviously this was the only thing that was here. The Romans, this is the only thing that was here. All the rest of the surrounding land would have been countryside and just wild. Forest, mountains, all the rest of it. None of this, you know, modern day stuff obviously.
Well no babe, it actually just didn't exist. It's not that it were like country land. It didn't exist because it's built on the town. So it was more town. Do you get what I mean? This is only a fraction of the town. The town continues underneath all this.
Yeah. Sorry, so this isn't the only size of the town of HERCULANEUM. The word never sticks in my head for some reason.
It always says Heracleon.
I don't know why. But obviously it's not just the size of the plot that you can see here.
This is a fraction.
The rest of it's still underground, but they've stopped excavating for it now because it does too much damage basically to whatever's there. So this is what's here that you can come and see.
They're just concentrating on, I think I said this on the train, they're just concentrating on preserving this section, this small fraction of it now. But it does continue, like this is tiny. This is a tiny, minute amount of it. So it's actually insane to me to think that, not even that, well, I'm saying not that many years ago. It is, it's hundreds of years ago.
Thousands, mate.
No, I mean, no, didn't let me finish. This used to be well, still thousands, but this used to be walked on and nobody even knew that it existed below them.
Yeah.
So it was only that a miner, yeah, 100 years. So it was only miners that stumbled across it and that stumbled across it basically. So now obviously we know it's here, but it's even like here, just walking here, like what's below us? It's crazy.
That's amazing, Mila. Thank you. Right, so town, volcano. That's literally how close it was. Oh, it is, sorry.
Literally in my element right now walking through here. It's so interesting. Is it so interesting? Isabel's definitely, obviously everyone's enjoying it, but Isabel definitely takes after me with the whole enthusiasm for it.
Well, Isabel is one of the Ingham kids fortunate enough probably to have done this at school, right? So she is well ahead of the class, so to speak, in the Ingham International School of Excellence. And the younger ones, maybe. In fact, no, Isla and Esme should have done it at school as well. But the younger ones will never, ever do it at school, ever. They'll never go to school. And they won't remember this either. So, you know, you need to reteach them a bit later on.
She's so enthusiastic. But we were just looking at this, which actually just made me so sad. Because I've got the zoom lens on this as usual, so you're not going to be able to see. But people are actually jumping in here and graffitiing. Like there's so, you know, like when people scrape. Let's see if you can see it this side. You maybe kind of see it. But you know, like on school buses, when people like scrape their names. On your school desk. On your school desk, yeah. And you can tell they're fresh. They're not ancient. You can tell that they've recently been done. But how disrespectful can you get? Like, yeah, cool, right?
Again, I agree with Sarah. I know it's a shocking phenomenon, right? What's going on today? I do agree with Sarah. It is very disrespectful for anybody to have done that, and very disappointing, really. Upsetting even, because these things are years and years old, you know, at least 10, 20 years, no. How old do you say? Hundreds of years, that's right. But right, these are the ultimate disrespectful family, though. They have no respect for anybody or anything ever, right?
But yeah, how disrespectful that people are actually doing that and defacing it. So I didn't even notice this. The gentleman, we just got chatting to him. He pointed this out, the gentleman, we just got talking to him about here and Pompeii. But he pointed out, look at the floor. Each individual mosaic will have been hand put down in here. And look how many there are. Like, look how cool that is. Also, just in case anyone didn't know, Herculaneum was actually a very, very wealthy... Chris is gonna moan, but I can't vlog with this light. Yeah, Herculaneum was a very, very wealthy seaside town in Italy. So it was owned by a lot of wealthy people, and they know that because of the buildings. For example, the one I just showed you. A lot of the buildings and things here were classed as luxury. So that's pretty cool. Who knows what this would be? I wish it was more. This is why you need a guided tour. I feel really gutted. Like I did with the little. That's what I mean. They don't have them. Like lots of like museums and things in, for example, England, just as an example, would have like plaques telling you what everything was. But maybe they don't know, or maybe they do. But I bet the guided tours are really knowledgeable and they do know. Yeah. I bet it's to encourage us to get a guided tour. But if we didn't have the little ones, I would 100% have done that. But I just don't feel like I'd been able to listen properly with the little ones anyway. But 2 seconds. 1 second, but does anybody know? Has anybody done a guided tour or not? Does anybody know what this would be?
I can't see if it's got a hole in the floor, like maybe it's to...
Isabel literally just said, do you think it's a shittery?
I don't know, like look in it, because I can't see if it's like...
If you want to. Isabel was just going to walk around, but you can't get into that part. Let's go over the road anyway, see what Esme wants. Look how cool this town is though, guys. Like look at the cobbles. Look at the cobbles.
So I know it's daylight now, but imagine this when it was dark and they just had like
horses.
Horses, the fire, you know what I mean?
Torches, fire torches.
Yeah, on the side of the buildings, or like they'd have been walking.
No cars or trains going past.
That freaks me out, the thought of that, how dark it would have been because of...
No trains or cars going past. Yeah, just clip, clop, clip, clop. Yes, Esme?
I'm not sure what this is. I kind of imagine it being like a church or like an altar sort of thing, you know, people got married.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Whoa, the floor mosaic again. Let's have a look. 1 minute, a minute. Ooh. That's cool, isn't it? Tiny, tiny little room. Really cool. Come on then, this way. Come on. Where have they gone? In here.
I'm looking there as well.
Yeah, we're looking there after.
Oh, is everyone tiny?
Oh, watch your head, Isabel.
Is everyone tiny?
Whoa. Whoa, that's so cool. Oh my gosh, look at the paintwork.
I can just imagine those things being filled with water.
Besides,
maybe they were because it's
could have been.
Like the mossy of the ground.
Could have been, you never know.
And then people got married here. But obviously I could be completely wrong.
Well, it's not a bad guess, Esme.
Maybe this was a religious thing, so they like worship. Maybe there's maybe there used to be something there that they worshipped.
Oh, look at the paintings. Maybe the paintings give away the clues.
Is that a merman? Like, what is that?
A merman?
I don't know, what is that?
Oh no, it actually looks like it there. That one looks like a merman.
I could imagine like also chairs.
Yeah. That one there, that one's made out of stone. That one's like made out of tiny stones. Oh, that one there.
No, I think they all.
Dear. Them ones are not. Those middle three are not. But you're right, Esme. Yeah, these two and that one are made out of stone.
By the way,
those ones look like they're painted.
Middle thing. That's
yeah, absolutely beautiful. How stunning! When you turn around from this part into here, this is where we imagine maybe seats were, if it was some sort of like worship place. This has all got mosaic floor again. Like in bits, obviously it's been damaged in certain areas.
I mean, this could have just been someone's fancy dancy.
Whoa, look at this going around.
I don't feel like it was.
No, I reckon this was something more than someone's house.
Yeah.
This is really cool.
Notice how Chris is hardly on camera and he's hardly heard much throughout because he's just not that interested. Right, he's not. It's even surprising that he's allowed them to go to such a place of educational importance, but you know, he's probably there just taking a break or something. I don't know.
Guys, after that I might just buy.
Woo! Good boy. Whee! Go on then. Good girl. Guys, I'm sorry, I know I'm a geek, but can you imagine who's walked these tiles? Can you even imagine who's walked these tiles? Yes, darling?
Do you want to venture a guess at the type of people that have walked the tiles? Like people of significance of the time, or do you mean like, I don't know, like David Beckham or something like that? I don't know.
Woo! Jade, clever girl. So, cool. Right, guys, Isla's guesses for this and Esme's that everyone used to come for a group poo together. The toilet block. Nah, I reckon, we actually reckon these are some sort of cooking facility. Some sort of cooking. But try put a picture into Google and see if it tells you. There's so many things here, I wish I knew the facts on.
Pictures don't bring everything.
No, we've been trying. Some people aren't 100% sure on, obviously, some of the things. But yeah, try and get a picture of what these are, because these look really interesting. Right, we've stopped. We've stopped on the most cobbled of roads, and we've sent Dad back to get us a guide. Right, so Chris just got back, and unfortunately we can't get a audio guide. Why did you a driving licence for an audio guide?
Yeah, or a passport or a card. I don't have anything on me apart from Apple Pay, so...
We've only got Apple Pay, so we can't get an audio guide. Hold that leaflet for me a second.
Sorry.
But instead, what we did get was I was about to say an audio book, was a book. So Chris bought this book, which is basically the audio guide...
In a book.
In a book. So it's the same thing, it's just we have to read.
You get to keep it afterwards, which is cool. So.
Yeah, that's so cool. So we get to read rather than listen, but that's good. I think that's a good thing. I prefer reading.
Each building's got a number on the outside, and you just look up the number inside, and it tells you what it is.
So that's really cool. But I did actually just learn a new fact, and I didn't know this at all, and I swear that I've read online conflicting information on this. But it says here, can you hold that for me a second while I try and find it? It says somewhere on here that HERCULANEUM was not covered in ash. Let me see if I can find it. It says here, look, HERCULANEUM is quite different from what one sees to other ancient world sites brought to light so far, including Pompeii. Largely this is due to blah 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 blah. The city was not struck down by ashes, but by a torrent of mud flooding down from the slopes of the volcano, having solidified and becoming tough. It constituted for centuries, making it the best possible defence against atmospheric agents and against illegal excavations. So it was mud. So this was covered under mud. So this was covered under mud. I thought it was all ash. So I've learned something today.
It's pretty cool.
It's cool, isn't it? And this building, me and Isabel was just reading up about it, but I'm glad you've got the book because hopefully
I can find it. What number is it, do you know?
36. Do you know what I just read?
It's not 9, then it's 10.
No, it's not 9. It's not 36. 36 is that one that we spent quite a while looking in. But do you know what this one's called? The one we were looking in? That one. With the big mural thing on the wall. It's called the House of Skeleton, and it owns its name for the skeleton that was found on the upper floor. Oh. Terrifying.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. This was like a food. You know that thing? Oh my, I'm just gonna put it. Some of you guys are probably getting bored of me reading this, so I'm just gonna like put that there, and then if you guys are interested, you can just pause the video and read. This is a home.
It's a home. This is what this is. It's a home. Have you filmed this actual room?
Massive. No, I haven't filled the room. It's massive.
This is a bed.
This is a bedroom. No, this is actually a bedroom. There's 2 bedrooms, one still containing the wooden bed. How is that wooden bed still?
It looks iron to me.
No, it says here. One of which still contains the wooden bed. It's mental.
Hey, they had licky lights back in Roman times.
Give over. Guys, this is... We've got lots of Italians out there complimenting us on our brood of children.
The Italians were complimenting you on the brood of your children. So I'm not quite sure if she's being sarcastic here. Like, are these Italians saying, wow, that's a lot of kids? Because that's what it sounds like, something like that. Or saying, my God, keep your kids away. Or is it literally like people having a go at your kids? Is that what you're on about? I'm not too sure.
Anyway, this door is literally a preserved door. Like, how insane is that? It's obviously been put in a casing to keep it preserved, but it's a wooden door. I can't believe it's still like such good condition. Right, this is one of the coolest rooms I think we've been in. This is actually a Roman baths. How cool! This is actually a Roman baths. So that's the room that we just went in there, that you just saw on the gimbal shot. Basically, this is a ladies' changing room. So these are the benches that they'd sit on to get themselves undressed, and these are shelves that they'd use to put their clothes and their other belongings. And then through this archway here is where the bath is. Can you know the buckets? I'm so glad we bought that book, it's so cool. So on this side, you can't actually go in here. There's a thing, so I can't take you all the way through, but I can just put the camera in like this. So this here did used to have like a big water bowl on it that had cold water in it so that they could cool off after being in the bath. And then the bath itself is actually there. It's actually really small. I don't know if you can see it there. There's two benches, one in white marble and one in red marble. You can see there. They do have steel supports on right now, metal supports, just to obviously preserve it. But yeah, how blooming cool. An actual ancient Roman bath. So to get the hot water in the bath, it was basically made by hot air circulating in the walls and in the floors. So that's crazy. That's really cool. It is actually really cool and really interesting. Also though, one thing that I find really interesting is like the proportions. I know that they're not probably exactly the same thousands of years later. Maybe the walls are like dropped a little bit, I don't know. But everything feels really small. Like Isabel's head would touch that if she tried to walk through. But there's a step there that you've got to step up. So if you stepped up that step, then you're gonna have to duck down to get through. And even I would, I'm only 5'4"-ish, 5'3", 5'4". Really, really small. Yeah, so cool though. I feel really wrong walking on these floors because they're just so well preserved that I just feel wrong walking on them. Yeah, like because over centuries, years, these are gonna start to, you know, be ruined.
What I want to know though is like what these are.
What are the symbols?
These would have been tools.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So cool though. So this is the ladies' changing room, and then through here is the men's, and this was the men's. So again, they've got the benches and the shelves to hang their things up. Yeah, it is really cool.
I feel like it's men.
I'm a man.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
I'm not sure what this is.
Yeah, I saw this as well.
I'm not sure what that little corridor there is. Maybe that's like a ticket desk where you pay. Do you even pay? Who knows? I think the rest of the family's lost their patience with me and Isabel.
Well, they're just boring.
You can tell who the history geeks are of the family. Everyone else is just sat on the road down
Everyone
here.
else has just done one house and assumes all the rest are like that. So they're just like, I've seen one house, that's fine.
Yeah, but on the opposite side, they're like, we've walked around half, and I mean, Isabel like, yeah, but we haven't walked in every single molecule
There
of
could be
it.
some really cool, like,
We could miss something, and then we'd be really annoyed because we're not going to come back here. Everyone else is like, yeah, we're done now. We've literally seen nearly half of this place. I'm like, yeah, but we haven't seen all of it. So you guys sit down. I mean, Isabel will explore alone. What is it? Looks like chain or something.
Chains or ropes.
I bet it'll say in the book. Thing is, the book doesn't correlate to the numbers. So if we were looking at the numbers here, which is what the audio, obviously, you put in the audio, and then a guy came over and was like, oh no, the American guy's like, it's a minefield, basically. They don't correlate, you have to just search and find it. But look at all the...
I'm guessing this is all the left, well, broken pieces that have come off of buildings.
Yeah, definitely. Look how tightly and compact they're all.
Yeah, I know.
That's mental. I'm guessing this is like the edge of the town that's been excavated so far, obviously.
Well, we say that right, but like, there could be all sorts through there.
Yeah, that's what I mean, that's been excavated so far. Who knows? That's the thing.
But I mean, I don't think
who knows?
They can't go through there though, because there's buildings above it and...
Oh yeah, it'd be too unstable. Yeah, they could never do that, it'd be too unstable. But it's still cool to see like where this could lead. Don't you think?
Yeah,
It's so interesting. This is probably the most haunting part of the whole day, and the last little part that I'm going to film here at HERCULANEUM. Basically, when this whole place was excavated, obviously it was started from a little bit further in town, and they worked its way out to here, where I am right now at the boathouses. And they presumed that the majority of people who lived here, the residents, had escaped to nearby towns, because they did find bodies, but not so many bodies. A lot of bodies were like, yeah. But as they got more of the town excavated and they moved down here to the boathouses, they did indeed unfortunately find the remains of around 300 bodies. And the reason that they were down here in the boathouses is because they were down here taking shelter until the rescue boats arrived, which unfortunately didn't arrive on time. But this is really, really sad actually to look at. And obviously whilst I'm here with young children, I'm trying to keep it like a little bit more light-hearted and not so doom and gloom. But this is actually really, really sad to witness.
What's scary is that like here, what people can tell, like guaranteed, is that there's 300, deaths. But what we like,
yeah, exactly.
Approximately 16,000.
Yeah, 16,000.
Under there.
Yeah, from what we don't know, basically.
Yes.
So we know that here there was approximately 300, but yeah, like Isla said,
There could be 16,000.
up to 16,000. You got pink teeth from your lipstick. What we don't know, yeah, is up to 16,000 that could still be undiscovered. We just left. That was a very interesting day. It was really sad, like really sad, to see some of the skeletons and how they were positioned.
Because obviously when we see humans, we all look a certain way, and so like I felt like it was just very weird to see an actual skeleton and like that it's a real one. And also the fact that a lot of them were in positions where they were... That's what I was about to say, hugging their family members.
Yeah, it was awful.
It was so sad. There was like, I'm guessing the dad.
It was a big,
like a big skeleton on this side, and then a smaller skeleton on this side, and then a really small one in the middle.
It was so sad. And then there was another one as well. There was mainly all quite big. What I guess I'd say like
3.
But there was probably about 3 that were like tiny, and there was one that was like definitely like Aurora's age. Yeah, that was indeed very sad to see and witness the small ones, the really small ones. If anybody has never heard of HERCULANEUM, hopefully now you're a little bit inspired to do a bit of research on it. Don't stand in the dog poo. And if not, and you already know, then hopefully you enjoyed watching this. If you guys know any other facts that we don't know, because I love learning all about it, then obviously comment them down below and let us know. I'm really excited for Pompeii tomorrow, even though Pompeii is meant to be different, but it'll be interesting to see how different they both are.
And we are back at the campsite tonight. We are hitting up the campsite large in the campsite's very own Italian restaurant, because it's meant to be quite good. So I've been looking forward to this since we arrived.
Well, finally, Christopher makes an appearance, does he? I mean, it's only taken them all day. You know, they've been around this really fascinating historical site and taken in all information and stuff. But he's not really been interested. As he said, he only wants to do one of them. He doesn't want to do Pompeii as well. But he's very excited now because he's getting to eat at this restaurant which he's been waiting for all day, which is, yeah, kind of telling a little bit about where his priorities are.
About this whole train journey, I've been thinking about nothing else. Just because we ran out of drink for me and Sarah like an hour ago, so I've been desperate for a drink. But we're back here now. It's quite nice. We just sat up on the little terrace. All the camp pitches are just kind of below us. It's a bit chilly tonight, so everyone's getting the jumpers, etc. out.
You're joking, I'm sweating.
Are you sweating?
Well, you're wearing a t-shirt.
Yeah, but I'm contemplating putting my hoodie on. Everyone else has got their hoodies on. Anyway, this is what we were saying.
Darling, are you happy?
Yeah, well happy.
I think we said this the other day, but just to cover it again, just in case no one knows. In Italy, you'll pay something called on the menu. They should tell you on the menu. There's something called a coperto charge, which is basically a mandatory service charge that you have to pay in Italian restaurants here. And tonight we've got one in here. You can see on the front there. €250 a person. So that, when you're a family of 8, that bumps it up a lot.
How is it, Isabel? How is the carbonara?
Really yummy.
Good?
I presume it's like potatoey with me. I don't know, like.
I think I thought I'd like a potatoey taste as well.
It's like really thick.
Nice, nice, nice. Sorry, Isla, what?
It reminds you of quiche.
It's so random.
It's so good.
Delicious. So Jace, Mila and Aurora are sharing a margarita. And I got... Is that a pizza? Yeah. Okay. And I got... Yes, you can, when you've eaten that. I got a shrimp pizza, but I think I only got 3 shrimps. So I'm not really sure what I'm not sure what I'm rating that. Actually, maybe there's some more hidden somewhere. Oh, there's one there. There's one there. Alright, we won't moan. What did you say, babe?
I guess it's a fair few extra euros more than my pizza as well for shrimp.
I know it was, but it looks absolutely delicious.
And I went for a diavola, and it's so yummy. We've got spicy pepperoni or spicy salami on a margarita, basically. It's very, very nice.
On a margarita.
That's basically what it is.
If you like it, and if you don't, give it to Jace.
Who else makes their Christmas list? It's September. Well, no, it's technically October. But anyway, I've been making my Christmas list these last few days because it takes a while to gather all of the goods, okay? And then organise them all. I've got this app called Good Notes. Wait, is it called Good Notes? Hang on, what's it called? I don't think it's called that. I don't know. It's called Free Notes, sorry. And I love it so much. It's so addicting to like organise all this stuff on. Like, I want to use this to like plan out my days, plan out all my work and everything. So this is a cool app. But let me show you guys. So this is not, as I say here, this is not a I expect this for Christmas, I want all this stuff for Christmas. This is literally just a wish list of stuff that I'd like in general altogether, but I've just made it into a Christmas list. Anyway, I've got some books here. I'm gonna do like a full Christmas list, completed Christmas list when it comes to Christmas time on my YouTube channel, because that'll be fun. But like, I've got a lot of stuff written down. I got all the pictures added in and stuff. You don't understand. I literally spent so long organising this all and putting everything in, and I'm just addicted to it. I'm just starting to do my makeup stuff now. But oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. Like, you can get like rulers and stuff, like the ruler. You can put it there, get a cute pen, get it on like these little dotted things. Also, I'm not even showing it. And they can like use it, and it's like, oh my god, it's so good. I'm obsessed. Anyway, so if you want a good organising notes app, then that is definitely the one, because it's actually so good. I'm addicted, and I'm going to carry on making my Christmas list on it, because why not? Me and the girls are like so sleepy rats because it's so late, and I'm so tired.
We've been like sat here.
We've just been sat here. We've been literally slumped. I've been in this corner where I always am. It's also in her corner, and it's in her corner. I've just been slumped like this. With my AirPods and making it listen to music like this.
We've been too tired to make the beds, but now we have to make the beds, and it's just like...
I can't be bothered. No. I can't be bothered making the beds. But you know what? It'll feel good once we're in the beds. Oh my gosh, where's my Apple Pencil gone?
Why does this thing just go rolling? Oh, I see it.
In fact, let's do a transition.
Let's do a transition for the beds because they need putting away.
Oh,
Beauty girls.
1, 2.
Yay! Done. It actually takes 5 minutes. I don't know why I was complaining. It's just the thought of making the bed. It literally takes 2 minutes.
This is a nice little bed. Feet go there, head go there. This is my little bed. My head goes here.
It's so big and yummy. I love it so much.
I love that. It's funny because when you know how we shared that big double bed in the RV, we're always kicking each other in the night, but in this one, even though it's 3 people sharing it, and
it's big though, it's really big.
It's really big.
It's the entire size of the caravan.
I've never touched this one. Every night I'm spread out like a starfish.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, you are. We know you are. Anyway, guys, that is the end of today's vlog. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Good night, guys.
Oh wow, that was really flattering.
Good night,
guys.
And with that, we have another episode down, one less to go until Christmas. Now, I usually end these by saying that was absolutely boring as fuck, because Inghams are generally boring, but to be honest with you, I didn't find it that boring, right, on this occasion. I know, I finally succumbed to the Ingham ways. I'm now turning into an iFam, guys. I'm turning into an iFam. Seriously, it was, I find it fascinating. As I said, I really would love to go there, and I never will do. So, you know, on this occasion, it was quite interesting for me. Anyway, that's just me. Maybe you found it boring. I don't know, right? So, but do let me know in the comments down below what you thought of the vlog, or make something up. I don't care. Just put it in the comments down below, and I will be happy with that. Until next time, please give this video a massive thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new, because I know some of you are not subscribing yet. And why are you not doing that? Because it will help me out immeasurably, and it will entice me to do more videos, you know? Unless you don't want me to do more videos. Obviously, that is, you know, another separate issue altogether. But let's get on the 12K train, which is, yeah, I'm just babbling on now. Anyway, right. Until next time, have a brilliant day. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.